Hi everyone, so I'm sorry I couldn't make a November tour of the garden, so it's a really early December tour to show you the state of my back garden, some good and some bad. The first part is my shade part of the terrace. So this night we had our second frost, second or third, and so I need to, I think, cut back these leaves of alocasia and try to mulch with whatever I can find. I have my baby Acer that still has its leaves and doing fine. I have this clematis that I never got to plant in ground, so I'm not sure if it's still alive or not. We'll see. I have some foliage that I need to cut back. And the Fatsia is doing fine. I had beautiful Acer foliage. Not a lot, but beautiful one. Look at this. How beautiful. And the Acer garnet had really lovely bright red foliage, but not a lot, and now it's gone. And this is the butterfly dream or something. I don't feel like it's much different, but foliage is still being there. I had Mom's big ones, but well, not really big ones because I didn't know how to prune it back, but now I'm gonna try and do it the best way. But obviously these ones I can't cut them to make my mini bouquet today, so we'll see. So yeah, this kind of foliage I need to cut it back. This is my Ceanothus pallidus Mary Simon. It seems that the English or American name is Californian lilac. Not sure how you call it. It's keeping its leaves, so it looks nice. I have my ponytail here doing fine in the sun. And let's have a look. So I think that since the last garden tour, lots of changes have occurred. I've decided to make a secret garden here, so the center is the plants there are gonna be removed, so that's gonna be a first secret garden, and that's the outside of the second. You enter, well, I'm gonna show you. I'll have to take out the dahlia and cut back this rose stem, and after that you follow this path and you enter like this into the second secret garden. And I managed to make this new bed. This is something I'm really proud of. And in this bed, what we already had from this year is the Boscobel. Yeah. Oops, need to cut this back. Yeah. Boscobel still has flower buds. Sorry, I'm going a bit too quickly. So this one is doing fine. Oh yeah, I need to cut these back real quick. So I've planted irises, snapdragons, a baby ponytail, flower, I forgot the name, sage, euphorbia, a few echinaceas. This is, ooh, that's weird, a new rose. This one is Penelope Lively, but look at this pink gonna try and show you without breaking anything. Look at this growth. I don't get it. We had a frost and we have a new growth. I need to understand something. Well, I hope it survives. And then a few plants, lots of bulbs. I added lots of bulbs, lots of narcissus. So these ones I won't have to deal with them anymore because they're there. A few crocuses, some tulips, and yeah, I moved some plants that I had elsewhere. For dahlia, I need to get my hands on it, and lots of strawberries I found in the garden, and that's my fig tree that I need to prune a bit. Oh, so here I added this one I had in a pot, and now it's flowering. So the leaves were the meal of someone, and now we have a flower. I have an hellebore here. Is it flowering? No, nothing yet. Nothing yet. So I didn't get to my carrots, so I don't know if there's something underneath or nothing. Yeah, something weird. And so I've told you about Penelope Lively. I had ordered two other roses. One is Desdemona, and it wasn't looking good, so I talked to them, to David Austin, and they told me we're gonna send you another one. So in the meantime, I decided to try and plant it in a pot, and we'll see how it goes. I see growth. This is crazy. It's much too soon. We'll see how it goes because the wounded part is underneath. So we'll see if it gets sick or not. And the other one is one I'm excited about. It's called Royal Jubilee. So I'm gonna cut through my future secret garden. So this is a new Ceanothus Californian lilac, like the other one, same variety, but it was a bargain. It was like €3, so I had to buy it. And so here we have Royal Jubilee, and it does have growth. A happy one. So it's gonna be quite high. I think it's 4 feet by 4, and very peony-like, deep pink flower. So I'm quite excited about this one. Since the last time I pruned the 2 lavenders, I did it quite late because there was some blooms on it and I wanted to help the pollinators, but you have to prune it at a moment, so I did. This salvia is still flowering. It's crazy. We're I think the 3rd of December, so yeah. The Phacelia there has blooms too. Agapanthus did great with the frost, so fingers crossed. This is the main problem that I discovered like 2 days ago. This was correctly placed, and one night I came to cover the old mini pond because some fishes are still in there, and I discovered this, but it wasn't dry underneath. It was full of water. It seems the water has been took by the soil, but now we have this mad thing happening, so I'll have to deal with that one day. Getting back to the entrance of my backyard. Here I moved the hydrangea paniculata fresmelba that I had over there because it wasn't doing great, so I'm hoping with the shade from the tree it's gonna do better. Here we have a blackberry called Germain. This is a viburnum, but a variety called Viorne Aubier. I need to find the English name for that. And then for the moment, to mark the path, I placed some pots. But I also found at a real bargain price, like 12 or 13 euros, this shrub. So its name is Cornus Cusa Copacabana. It seems in English you can call it a Chinese dogwood or a Korean dogwood or something. And the variety is Copacabana, and it has a second other name. I have to check it out. But I don't know if you can see, it's far taller than 1 meter. And for like 13 euros, it's a real bargain. And it seems to be doing fine. Oops. Doesn't want to focus. And so here we have the other kind of cornus, completely defoliated. So now we have a nice red stems. My viburnum here is, between what I see, what is in the camera, I can't point in the same place. So this one still has leaves on it, and this shrub was there, I think, and I had to move it because it was in the center of a new secret garden. I don't really like it, but for the moment, for the time being, it's here, and we'll see how it goes. Here I have a peony that I should move, but I don't know where to place it yet, because to get a secret garden you should have like kind of tall bushes, and a peony doesn't get that tall, so I need to find a place. Here I have geraniums, other little stuff, and achilles, and maybe small bulbs that I need to move to the outside of the secret gardens. This is the rose bush called Adriana. You can't find anything about it on the internet, but it hasn't done great for a lot of years, but I'm not sure I'm gonna keep it, at least keep it in this place. Maybe I could move it to the side of my house and just see how it goes for another year. But yeah, it's a bit sick, has weird stuff going on, but it still puts on new growth, so yeah, I don't know. This is my last aubergine eggplant, but I'm leaving there for the garden life, because as you can see, some are very happy to find it, and I'm leaving the garden in a state that is not what you can call pretty or neat, but it is also a habitat for wildlife. So yeah, for the moment this doesn't look good. Maybe I'll just cut the top part so it doesn't get into the nice bush, but just keep the long stems there. so it still can serve. There's a dahlia there. Too many things to deal with, but yeah, one foot at a time, you know. That's the second peony that I didn't cut back. I think I did all the other ones. I just have to cut it back. It's okay. It's an old one and it's greater each year. And nearby I am seeing raspberries on the 3rd of December, and look at this size. It is huge. So of course they're not sweet. The weather. You can have raspberries, but you can't have sweet raspberries, I think. But you can have quite big ones, and I'm sure they're full of vitamins. This one isn't bad. So behind my second secret garden, I have my strawberry tree, and it's doing fine. It has put on lots of flowers that are now gonna transform into fruit if the frost don't kill them. I still have a few very cute flowers, and here is the elderberry black lace. It still has one leaf, lots of future growth showing up. The other elderberry on this side, the golden tower, has a few leaves on, but it's they're all falling down. Here we have this long piece of wood. It's from where I made the new bed I'm gonna show. So yeah, I don't know if you remember, but these roses, they had the piece of wood just on the other side to the fig tree, and there was some like pebbles, gravels along there. I had to take everything out. It was so tedious, and so I took also this piece of wood, and then it looked so much better. I moved, where was it? Now I can't remember where it was. Yeah, there was peony, I think, just up there, and I took it out, divided, and now the two pieces are somewhere in there. I think there's a pot there and a pot somewhere in there, so I have to be cautious when I walk in there. And yeah, all the leaves you see there, they're not from my garden. I have a big bag in the trunk of my car and gloves, and each time I see leaves that are on the, you know, on the street, not on the dirt, I stop and take it and put it here, because as you can see, the linden tree is keeping most of its leaves. It doesn't understand that it is winter. It didn't get the memo. So yeah, about the hedge, I have to cut it back because in my garden the birds, they do their nests quite early, so I don't want them to try and nest in there. I don't know if you can see, there's a big bird. Well, not that big, and there's a second one, but I'm not sure if it was a great tit or something else. My glasses don't work that well. And so here is the last part that I need to decide how I'm gonna organize all of this. I think this being the part with the most sun in the garden would be a nice place to try and have maybe a columnar fruit tree and maybe veggies, and find a nice way to make it keeping a path here, and so here would be a place to eat. Sorry for the state of everything, you know. This is a rose that I made from a cutting. It makes yellow flowers, but I don't understand because I'm quite sure I took it from a pink flower rose, so we'll see. But it's doing fine. So back to the future veggies and part of the garden. I'll need to, I guess, move the lavender or maybe construct around. This is a bush that I think I'm not gonna keep. I think I'm gonna enjoy all the nice flowers it gives in spring, and if I'm still thinking the same than last year, I'm gonna either move it or take it out. And this one, should I move it? I don't know yet. And this is my peach tree, and I don't know how to prune it. It's on the internet, on YouTube, everyone says a different thing, and if I listen to them, I should only like keep this branch, and these are too vertical and old, so I should cut them. But this is new and it's vertical and I can't move it back really. Yeah, maybe just the end. Yeah, I don't know. In this part of the garden, I added bulbs, narcissus, tulips, and I think that's it. And it's gonna look really nice. Fingers crossed. Here you have this nice clematis that didn't grow this year. It had a few flowers and stopped just like this, but the leaves are still there, so hopefully it's making nice roots and it's gonna put on growth and flowers in spring. And then you have a second clematis, but I'm quite sure it's dead. This part of the fence fell, I don't know how, and I don't have the money to change it yet, so yeah, I'm gonna try and fix it. Back to the other side of the new bed. So I did, obviously I didn't move these two big roses. So this one is Jeff Hamilton. It has this cute little bud, but I think it's gonna stay at this stage and maybe just fall. And Abram Darby, I think, was the one that resisted the most, but now the flowers gone. So here is my old mini pond in which some fishes are still because they try to escape when I try to bring them inside, so the only thing I could do is try to put this fleece on top of it in the very cold nights. And today when I went to the garden it was like this, but it seems that the water didn't frost, so that's nice. I don't see any dead fish on top, so fingers crossed. I don't know if I showed you, but I did put a few plants in the shed, which is not in a nice state, but at least it's better than outside. So in there, my second Desdemona is having a bath for 2 hours, and then I think I'm gonna plant it around here. I know the mini pond is there, but I think it's gonna be okay. It's not that much leaves and it's not just on top of a mini pond, so either it's gonna be there or it should go there, but during summer that's a lot of shade I think in this place, so we'll see. the peonies branches I cut back some grass to mulch the top of a peony, and it's gonna be fine. I don't know if you can see all the sparrows on my fig tree. I'm gonna try and show you. There are like one there, one there, one there. They're waiting for me to move to get to the bird feeder, I think. I know I have some space in my garden, but one thing that is very frustrating is having to battle with big roots underneath. So here is my hole for the new rose, but there is a big root here. I'm not sure if it's the linden tree or the hedges. I cut one that was going there, so there's a bit there and a bit underneath, but I can't try and make another hole. So now it has been in water for almost 3 hours, so I'm gonna cut these broken branches and I'm gonna cut the brown parts and make a better cutting up there. Sorry, the light isn't doing what I want. And then I'm gonna plant it. So I need to cut the broken parts. So this is out. That's not very good, but this part is broken, so this is out. This one is brown. Yep. Out. So because some branches were broken to the base, I had to cut them. So I'm left with one large, one middle size, and two small, and the big roots, so should work. With some branches that needed to be cut off, I'm trying some cuttings just to see if it works. Just a very quick view for you and for me of the state of my side and front garden. So here I started to take out these. I need a saw now for the rest. This is just staying for wildlife. This one has fruits for the birds. And yeah, everything went back to sleep, the peonies and such. And here I have my bulbs in the pots and violas on top, and I have this nice one there, and these two pots that I made, and also this beautiful wreath that I made myself, and it lights at night. So Desdemona's the second one is finally planted. I added some leaf mulch all over some plants that I showed you, and now they're protected. So I think that's gonna be all for today, and have a nice week.